Hello everyone, Drunken Dan here with Ape Escape, Episode 3. At least that's what the title says. So, you know I said that this is a little beat up in some of the earlier parts, so some things go a little silly. Well, it's gonna happen in a couple minutes, or like 2 or 3 minutes.
Jimmy, I'm sending this gadget to you. Nothing will be out of range with a slingback shooter.
Nothing will leave my side and live. Natalie, you foolish girl, you should never have given me a weapon like this. Now, I have a gun. This isn't a gun, it's a slingshot like in the last game. You bore me, woman! You built a giant robot last time and now you just give me a slingshot again. I thought you were better than that. Hey. So yeah, I'm just going through the tutorial shit because money, 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 money. Everyone's got a price. Everyone's gonna pay. Is the $1 million man always gets his way? Money, money, money. I wonder how many people are actually gonna Google that to see what the hell I'm doing. I honestly God wonder. I love that face. You know, I learned recently the professor actually has a name, but I can't remember it. In Ape Escape 1, some of the signs or some of the doors actually have his name.
It's great fun to travel alone for a change, and I'm on a terrific winning streak. Huh? Well, what's all the commotion, I wonder?
Hat.
Oh, why does that monkey look familiar? Oh,
Professor!
Jimmy, what on earth are you doing here?
You see, we accidentally sent the monkey helmets with the pants, and then Spectre appeared and started messing around again, and what I mean is, it's all a big mess.
Yes, so that's why that monkey was causing mischief. In that case,
By
we
mischief, you
better
mean
get
robbing!
going. I'll rush back to my laboratory. For now, you just catch as many monkeys as you possibly can.
Sure, I'll do it!
But I must say, I'm a little worried about Pippochi's safety. Why, I've got it. Pippochi will come home to the laboratory with
It's like a YouTube poop. Like I said, the thing got fucked up.
Me. Okie dokie.
It was so amusing. I didn't even want to edit it.
Professor's right, you know, Pippochi.
Come along now. There's a
Don't worry,
good
this is
boy.
not a problem.
All right,
It's in
then,
later
I'm counting on
stuff.
you.
Like I said, I got the disc fixed. And now for the actual level.
Here I come!
Oh, shit! I hate them bullets! So, like I said, the levels get a little bit more interesting in this game early on. I really like that, you know, they have more shit going on early in the levels, like this. Okay, so there's a new enemy introduced in here. You can break these for coins and pickups and such. However, there's also an enemy that'll pop out of them sometimes that tries to take your coins away. Which actually is annoying, because in this game the coins matter. But, well, it mattered more. I mean, last time I just gave you lives. The only time I really lost a lot of lives was with that one enemy because of mainly because of old game syndrome, the old 3D game. I'll be honest. But, this game, just honestly, like, as you'll notice, will just start throwing stuff at you a lot earlier in the game. I apologize for repeatedly getting coins, but I really want to get all those coins, and trust me, they're necessary. I'll be editing out me fucking around getting stuff, but it's actually necessary. That's the money. So, like, you might be like, oh, why is he grabbing, like, everything he can? Last time he ignored shit. But, it actually is a thing you want to grab. Since they don't have, like, the health pickups like they did in the first game, and you don't get health back after you leave a level, it makes the game a lot harder just by the way they balanced out how the healing works in this game. I mean, overall, I actually think that was a better take. However, I think one of the things that Ape Escape 3 does better than this game is in terms of how you get your health back. Because, well, I mean, I'll get into that once I do Ape Escape 3 more. I'll point out what makes that part of it better. But as I've said before, this game is better than Ape Escape 3 is, and better than Ape Escape 1. And Ape Escape 3 is probably overall the weakest in the series. I mean, Ape Escape 3 is not bad, mind you. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just the weakest one. But, by the way, when I do Ape Escape 3, or if that's like the next game I do, depending on what you guys say you want me to do, I'll have a poll if it's the one. I'll have like I'll do another voting thing basically, because Ape Escape 3 has 3. By the way, this is awesome. I didn't throw it even Ape Escape 1 until later in the game. But yeah, when I do Ape Escape 3, I'm gonna have a poll for if you want me to play as which character you want me to play as. It doesn't affect gameplay too much. Just some of the cutscenes change when you're the girl. I love the little circus here. I've never been to Vegas, so anybody who's been to Vegas, do they have shit like this just in the casinos, where there's just like a random circus in the casino? Because I know this is styled after Vegas, but I've never been to Vegas myself. Or maybe Reno. Maybe this is like Reno. Any of you have been to like one of the really big casino places? Can you let me know? Go to sleep, little Kefka. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up, I mean, it's just going to habit. I use the stun club more than the other weapons, even though the other weapons are actually more effective. And I lost coins because I was fucking around with my slingshot. Bart Simpson, you betrayed me! That's the thing I just kind of like, as I'm playing this again, you know, recording this again after a while. One of the things I just liked about this game is just that there's so many more enemy types in this game. I feel like in 1, there just wasn't that much variety in terms of enemies and in terms of like just how the levels were set up. I feel this game just does everything better, like just where they put things and how they place it. Like, you can get anything here, but you have to think things through, you have to strategize. Like, those things I could probably get if I went back there with the flying thingy. The Sky Flyer thing. But I'm not going to go back with the Sky Flyer. Get in here, Disco Stew! Also, as you probably noticed, they have the monkeys wearing more like random outfits in this game. They actually kind of advertise that in a way on the cover of Ape Escape 2, where you see just a bunch of monkeys and they're all wearing different costumes. Also, there's more monkey types in this game too. The pants factor. Oh Jesus! See, what I was supposed to do was hit that thing down there, up there. You see that button? I'm supposed to hit that, but I'm kind of stuck here. I kind of ran in. Luckily, they can't shoot for shit. I'll get one of you. The other one I'll get back later. Yeah, I'll take you.
All done. Yes.
One thing that I'm glad they didn't change in this game from the old one is the dramatic last catch.
That's the spirit.
The monkeys have spread to more locations across the world than I'd expected.
You're such a sage, Dan Green. Where would I be without you? Speak to me more. Please? Please? There's Pippochi just hanging out in the crib. It's his crib. That's enough
Jimmy,
funny jokes.
I'm
I
sending
think none of
you
my
a
jokes are funny.
The remote control car catches monkeys.
I like how
with
it's like,
ease.
Jimmy, I got this new gadget.
Use the
I'm
gadget
taking over.
trainer to learn slick new driving techniques. Do you want to go to the gadget trainer now?
You know, you're a lot more lenient on me than you were Spike. Spike, you were like, you cannot continue unless you beat your training. With Jimmy, you're like, oh, would you like to do it? Yeah, I know, it's because for gameplay reasons, I'm just being me. The car in this game controls very similar to the other one, though I actually feel it's a bit smoother, which is why you're probably noticing me just kind of zipping it a lot easier than I was in the first game. That or maybe because the more modern, well, I shouldn't say modern, because this game is, I think this game came out in like 2000. I don't have the box with me right now, but it came out like early 2000s, because this was an early PS2 game. As a side note, the game looks really good. I think it still holds up pretty well. I mean, it's not obviously like as good as say like if you were to put it next to like Infamous or something like that, but I think this game holds up. Like it doesn't really look ugly, and the style still works for it. One issue I think the in terms of just visually, mind you, the 64 era / PS1 era has is that because of how they looked. Because, you know, they were extremely primitive 3D graphics. They were some of the first to do it, outside of, like, PC gaming. That, they were very primitive, and they just kind of look weird now. I'm not dissing games from that. I'm not saying, oh, you shouldn't play games like that because they look ugly. No, I'm just saying, you know, age hit them a lot harder than they do, like, say, PS2 games. I mean, look at, like, for example, when Metal Gear Solid 1 came out, its visuals were fucking gorgeous. And now it's like, you look at it, it's like, they don't have faces. But, like, again, I'm not dissing them. I mean, I actually really like that generation. One of the things I like about the PS1 generation is that the games back then weren't nearly as polished as they are in the PS2 era. But the thing I like about them was the fact that they were a lot more experimental. You could find a lot of really odd, different control schemes of games just because 3D gameplay was so new that there was no, like, there was no template that people would go on. People would just try things and see what happened. So because of that, I really like that era just because it was so experimental. I think in terms of 3D video games, I think the PS2 era was probably the best because the games tended to be a lot bigger than the PS1 games. They had more content, they looked better, they tend to play better. And there was still some experimental-ish things in there, but I don't know, I feel like I may be saying this because the consoles and, like, some companies got really, because of the economy, have been really, like, super conservative about what they're willing to take a risk on. I mean, I completely understand. It's money is what you need to make a game. For those of you who don't know, it costs a lot of money to make a video game. Even something simple like an app game costs probably a lot more than you think. I like how he just does that, dramatic fall. But, yeah, I really like that era, though I think, success-wise, or just overall best-wise, is probably this era, the, PS2, GameCube, Xbox era. This era was, probably, like, it was definitely one of the most successful. I mean, the PS2 didn't die until Sony itself just, you know, took a gun to it and took it out, because it was competing with their system. And from a pure just numbers standpoint, like, I'm not gonna lie, that generation, yeah, the PS2 is my favorite. I'm gonna put my bias out there so you know it's there. But from a pure standpoint of sheer library size and how long it lasted, I think the PS2 might be the most successful system. I don't know This is just me looking in with... I probably have to do a bunch of number crunching, but I think it was definitely one of the longest living systems. And also, it did, unlike I can't think of any other system that came out, though one of you might be able to enlighten me, that where it only died once the company that owned it took it out, so it would stop competing with their new console. I mean, I remember I was still buying PS2 games well into owning a PS3. I still buy PS2 games. Sometimes I rebuy ones I got rid of because I was stupid. Like, I got rid of Clock Tower 3, and recently I found it at a retro game store near me. Luckily, there's like 2 that I know of. Not too, well, one's really far away, so I don't go there often. The other one is really close. But, yeah, I think that, so just based off of that, the PS2 era may have been, the PS2 console may have been the most successful console, though. I mean, if I sat down and got numbers of sales, I could probably figure out which one actually was. Which, actually, I should do that and, like, you know, come back in another video and do that if you guys are interested. And if you guys already haven't Googled it yourselves. Fuck. Yeah, again, like I said, they hide the monkeys better in this game, too. Now, of course, your scanner can find them. That's why you have it, but the scanner is more worth it in this game. This game just overall is just so much better than Ape Escape 1. Again, Ape Escape 1's a great game. It's just this game takes everything that made Ape Escape 1 good and expands on it. The only thing that Ape Escape 1 has over this is theming. The only thing Ape Escape 3 has over this is it's not as grindy with getting your health back. Which this game is a bit grindy with that, which is one of my issues with this game. I'm not gonna even lie to you. But overall, just the level design, just like how they set up the levels to mix it up, and how they expand on each one as you go through, just make this game so much better than its predecessors. And also, this game still has that exploration feel that 1 had, that 3 kind of slips a bit in by a bit of a hot. What the hell's a hot banana, lady? Misty, can you tell me what a hot banana is? So, we're gonna fight the second boss of the Freaky Monkey 5. This one's a very simple boss fight as well. However, there's something about it that's gonna catch your attention really fast. I'm not gonna say anything.
Now, what do we have here? I'm Yellow, the sparkling gem of the Freaky Monkey 5. Welcome to my ring. Would you care to join me in a match? Oh, please do be careful with me. Oh.
What's wrong with this monkey?
Ooh, my
lot.
body. You can't just simply attack my body, you know.
Call it fat poison.
You or me? I wonder which one of us will fall out of the ring first. What delightful fun. Let's get ready to tussle.
Look at all that rigging in that thing's body. So how you beat this thing is pretty simple. Just sprint away with it with this, and then hit it. It's a really simple boss fight. There's a lot of waiting and dodging in this fight. Like, for example, after you do that, he'll do the ground pound AoE attack. Then just kind of zip around. Stay near an edge that you can get away from and keep your distance from it. It'll eventually do that and then rush it again. Get it to an edge, boom, repeat. It'll start doing more attacks, I think, in 2 hits. Oh. Okay, now it's just kind of spazzing out. Hit him again. Yeah, also you can walk into those spikes. So that's why you want to be careful. After the 3rd hit, as you can see, it starts doing this. They'll drop various objects that you have to avoid. You can also find some health pickups, and also don't touch them. And they have that weird old-school effect where you touch it and you get hurt, even if it's already fallen. Sometimes you'll find, like, cookies or health or various objects also falling within the stuff. So if you get beat up, you can find some health or an extra life that way. I like how he was doing the fucking draw me like your French girls pose. Well, I fucked that up. Do I have a shot? Yes, I do. Thank you for that shot.
That really hurt! Don't get too full of yourself just because you won! I was on a diet, you know, so I wasn't eating my vitamin C bananas!
The fart noise.
I couldn't fight well because my stomach was
Fart noise
empty,
again.
that's all. So next time, you better watch out! I'll get you, boss!
Spoiler! We have another boss fight with this thing.
Come back here. Got away.
Confused. Don't worry, most of us are.
Yes!
Just like it. Ha ha! Gender jokes. That was horrible. I apologize. So anyway, I guess there's no other way to end the episode than with, have fun sleeping tonight.
Where did Yellow Monkey escape to?